We've recently been doing kind of a lot of newer age drinks that have, you know, not quite classic foundations. Well, we're going back. We're going back to the beginning, to the American frontier, sort of. New Orleans. Not always what you think of when you think of the frontier, but it was around. We're gonna do a Sazerac. Lovely word to say, concussive. Sazerac. It's the pride of New Orleans. It was first made in New Orleans by a brandy company called Sazerac with a bunch of French names on the end of it. A purely New Orleans creation from the mid-19th century, like it started appearing in like 1850 or so. And it's gone through several iterations. Absinthe is a key ingredient, and absinthe was made illegal in the United States in 1911. And so then it was made with Peychaud or pastis or Absinthe, which a lot of them are made with now. But now absinthe is back, wow! And so we can make it the original way. Although now, instead of with cognac, it's usually made with rye whiskey. So we're gonna do that. The Sazerac company now makes its own rye that is supposed to be used in this exclusively. And Sazerac rye is good, but Rittenhouse Rye is better and is cheaper and has a higher proof. So we're gonna use it. Sazerac, dude, let's get into it. First, absinthe. And this is the real shit. This is 110 proof, and it's got wormwood, and it's gonna make you dream. Smells like licorice. So all you're gonna do with this, and you can do like, you can measure it if you want a quarter ounce or a half ounce. I just wanna do a little pour, because all you're doing here is rinsing your serving glass. And you wanna get it up all on the sides, rinse it around so the glass has the aroma of absinthe in it. If you do, like if you add it or you leave it, it's just gonna dominate the drink entirely. So now what will happen is we leave it in here and then we'll dump it out before we serve it in. And then we'll have the aroma and the flavor of absinthe without being overpowered by it. And now is a good time to take a brief pause while I retrieve some ice from the freezer. Still growing, you know, it's a work in progress. We're progressing. All right, we've gotten our ice. We've rinsed our glass with absinthe. I feel like I'm on the Food Network now doing step-by-step things, but that's sort of what this drink needs. And I can be your Bobby Flay. I can be your Bobby, baby. Pop stars. So that is a sugar cube. It's a cube of sugar. And then you're gonna do like half a teaspoon of water is what liquor.com says. And I'm gonna go with that. I would normally just do a little, but half a teaspoon sounds good. And then this is Peychaud's bitters. They are a wholly unique type of aromatic bitter. It's not used in a ton of cocktails anymore, but always used in a Sazerac, so most bars will have them for that reason. And we're gonna do 4 glugs of Peychaud's bitters. In the business, they're known as dashes, but I said glugs because it's fun. It's more fun to say. This is a muddler my sister got me. I don't like to muddle things, so thanks, Megan. This is the first time I'm using it. I've had it for years. And you're just gonna wanna get your sugar mashed up in the bitters. Excellent. And now, rye whiskey. We're gonna do 2.5 ounces of rye. It is an extremely booze-forward cocktail, which will certainly be a joy when we chug it. It is a sipper. It's for sipping. Because if you take it to the house, as I'm gonna find out, you're gonna feel it. So hit it with a little ice and get to stirring. You can stir this for a while because it's not gonna go on a rock. It's usually almost exclusively served up. So you wanna get it extremely cold, and you can stir it for a little while. Also, there's that sugar in there that you want to get dispersed so you're not like having a grainy beverage, which is never anyone's favorite. So there we go. So before you pour into your glass, remember that you have absinthe in here, and that's bad. You want to get it out. So thank you, absinthe. You've served your purpose. The glass smells like licorice, and for whatever reason, that's what was intended. Stick your strainer on and get your bev in the glass. That is gorgeous. The sugar is mostly dissolved, but some of it's just floating around, so it gives it like a crystal sort of vibe, and I'm into it. And then last but not least, Just get a fresh lemon and get the juices right over it. And there is your Sazerac. Lovely. What a treat. I am going to toast now. It's toast time! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the toast. And today we're going to toast to something else from New Orleans that I think everyone should have. And I think I would like to have right now, which is a shrimp po' boy. I think of all the things New Orleans has contributed to culture, American culture at large, like the Sazerac, like beignets, which are French, so not really New Orleans, like jazz, all that stuff, excellent. You know, love it. Thank you for your service. But the po' boy is unquestionably the number one thing to ever come out of New Orleans. It's spectacular. In New York, if you want one, go to Commodore. They have a great one. But yeah, cheers to New Orleans, to shrimp po' boys. Here's your Sazerac. Bon appetit. French. Yeah, it's good. Fiery. It's really good, man. You should make it. I mean, if you're a whiskey person, that's about as good as it gets. Also, it's like, I think a lot of whiskey drinks are like fall or winter appropriate because of the warming feeling, and also like a lot of them have like sort of a baking spice kind of element. This is all seasons. You can drink this anytime. It's got like the citrus part. It's got bright flavors from the Peychauds. You can drink it any moment. Yeah, that's really good. I don't drink a lot of whiskey in my personal life. Opening a window into the real life of the artist. The artist. Yikes. Yeah, that's a really good drink, and I think you would enjoy it. So, cheers to Sazerac. Cheers to New Orleans. Thanks for the po' boy. My eyes are on you.
Okay, great.
Such a threatening thing, Ted.
Yeah. I'm watching you.
I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Legitimately have had this for years. Never used it. When she gave it to me, I was like, oh my God, thank you. And I was like, in my back of my head, I was like, I hate muddling.